see if a couple of you guys come in and go ahead and help you prepare for your week. All right, so okay, so the purpose for this live, dang it, the purpose for this live is for to help you to help you eliminate your stress in your everyday life. Now, it's going to help eliminate in in the department of your daily to-dos. All right. Obviously, there's other stressors in life, but this one right here is going to help you eliminate your stress, especially for some of you who wake up stressing out. Like some of you wake up like already like not looking forward to your day, and I've noticed like oftentimes it's the individuals who says they're not a morning person. I heard Steve Harvey say one day a couple of years back, like you wasn't promised to wake up this morning. God woke you up this morning. So how can you utter words to say that I'm not a morning person when it's a blessing that you woke up this morning? Your alarm clock didn't wake you up. Um, you didn't just wake up because your body is used to waking up at this hour. Yes, you can consider that, but if God doesn't breathe breath, the breath of life into your lungs, then your alarm clock can wake up. I mean, your alarm clock can go off like all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you won't wake up. But it's the breath of life that God breathes into us every single morning. That's what wakes us up, not our alarm clocks, not our body being conditioned for it, right? So, the purpose for this live is to help you conquer your everyday, right? Like from the time you wake up, because we wake up in the morning, what we do, we snooze for 5 minutes. We snooze for 10 minutes. We snooze for 30 minutes while our alarm clock instead of going off and we snoozing it. Knowing we have to get up. So we wake up already on the back end of our day. Now we're stressing out because we have all this we have to do. So we wake up running, 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 running. We're stressed out before we even get our day started. We're frustrated before we even get our day started. We're upset in a weird mood. We're negative. We're complaining already from the time we wake up. And that's because of how we starting our day. So this live is really going to help you position yourself to conquer your every single day, and that's by creating your conquer routine. All right, and I'm going to give you a brief walkthrough because I only have like a limited window to go through this. So if you can get a pen and pad or whatever real quick, write this stuff down. But I'm gonna try to break it down in such a way for you to understand. And if you have to go back and replay this live for you to grasp it all, it's really going to help you. And next week we're going to include the goals in your routine that's really going to help you not just conquer in your everyday life, but also succeed in your everyday life. Because like the foundation of it is routine, right? And so that's where we're going to get started right now. All right, so hold on. Let me throw this stuff in the dumpster real quick. Elliot, what's happening, my brother? Alejandro, what's y'all, man? Where y'all from, man? Tay, what's happening? Let me throw this in the dumpster real quick, and we gonna actually, I'm not at work today. Now, what I'm gonna share with you guys is part of my purpose work, what God created me to do, and this routine. He taught me this routine years ago when I was what I just shared with you guys the other night at the darkest in the darkest area of my life and wanting to learn what he created and called me for. um, he taught me how to create this routine where it places him first, and I can begin to do all that I was instructed to do every single day. And that's by having this routine. And this routine, which I created, or God showed me how to do this, like back in 2018. So I'm going to share this with you real quick. Hold on, let me throw this trash out. All right, let's get it. So the first thing, so the name of this live is prepare your week, right? So how do you prepare your week? By having a routine. And this routine, the foundation of it is um, your conquer routine. All right. So there are three foundational structures in your routine that we're going to cover today. And that's the first one is organization. I had to write this down real quick so I can make sure I cover everything. So the first structure is organization. All right. So your morning tasks, that's what you want to start with, which is your morning to-dos. All right. So what is your morning routine? Example, from the time you wake up in the morning, what do you normally do? Go to the restroom, go refrigerator, eat something real quick. Some of you watch the news. Some of you dive straight into social media. And that's how you're starting your day. That's where you're losing time in your everyday. Remember, time is of the essence. Like once you lose 5 minutes, like you don't get that 5 minutes back, right? So we have to be more disciplined in the time department. That's what's killing a lot of us. So then if some of you be like, man, if I had more time in a day, I would do this, I would do that. All right, whenever you go on vacation, what do you normally do? All the things that you say you would do you actually do it? And do you operate at a high level as you do it? You know what I mean? Like, so do you execute at a high level? So just because you have more time, if you don't know what to do with your time, if you don't know all the things you need to do, then you're just going to have more time that you're going to waste, right? So what do you do with your morning routine? So I want you to write it down in order from the time you wake up. You wake up, go to the restroom. You may brush your teeth, wash your face. Like, what do you do? All right. So write those things down. Now I gotta kind of like breeze through this because, like I said, I only have like a small window. So if you have to rewind this back, watch it over, so you can create that routine for you today, so you'll be ready tomorrow. Then please, by all means, do so. Because we just never know who might need some of the stuff. Like if you need, leave what you don't. Somebody else may need what you need. Somebody else may not need what you need, but just share it out if you feel it in your spirit to do so. All right. So once you write down your morning to-dos from the time you wake up, now look at your routine. We got to cut the fat. We got to cut the fat to create a lean routine. So that means look at your routine, like what's productive and what's counterproductive. Again, waking up, getting on your phone, that's counterproductive. Unless, it has something to do with business or whatever, and even that have a place and time for that. But, like if you one who, a person of faith, you have to get in God's word before you get your day started. On the Bible or everything you do on your phone, cool, bet, by all means. But anything counterproductive, getting up watching like seeing like what happened on the music awards last night. All that stuff, like, that's not important. Like, we're looking at other people's success, which is cool, support, but what about our own support? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wired to celebrate others. When I see people win, especially if I know them personally, like, I've seen the process, although I may not rock with them anymore or whatever, like, and I know where they started from to where they are now, like that, like, I'm delighted in those moments. I just love progress, and when I see people making progress in life, like, man, like, I root for them. I celebrate them. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt the need to throw that out there before I make this next statement. Because yes, we are to celebrate others. If we can assist in any way, by all means, let's do that. But what about our own success? What about celebrating ourselves when we get a win, even if it's a small win? You know what I'm saying? So what are we doing to create these small wins in our lives? It has everything to do with routine and knowing what we're after achieving in life. So that looks like goals. Again, we're gonna talk about that next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, support others, but let's create foundational wins for ourselves, right? And we'll talk more about that next week, right? But cut the fat. All that extra stuff that's not helping you be more productive in your everyday, like, eliminate it. Like, put that on the back end. Put that somewhere. Like, put that for next month. Like, get off of social media for a month, at least until you kind of get everything situated and structured for yourself, where you can go, I would say, autopilot in your routine, meaning you know exactly what you have to do every single day and you flowing like water, right? So once you cut that fat, you create that lean routine, and again, eliminate what's counterproductive in your everyday routine. All right, now that's the organization part of it, organizing your daily to-dos. And now we're going to talk about structure. Structure your lean routine. Meaning, like, how long does it take for you to do each task? Like, just say you wake up in the morning, go to the restroom, that take like 10 minutes. You brush your teeth, wash your face, like, just say that's 10 minutes. You know, you go to the kitchen, like, make you breakfast, that's 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have to, like, at least, like, read a chapter in whatever book or whatever it is whatever your morning routine consists of, like, how long does that take? Everything that you wrote down in your daily to-dos, how long does it take each one of those for you to do? Whether it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes, write down write down how long it take next to it, right? And then add up those minutes. So just say that comes out to be 2 hours. All right, so you know it's going to take you, from the time you wake up, it's going to take you at least 2 hours before you are ready to walk out the door to your morning commute, your morning destination, whether it's school, whether it's a meeting, whether it's work, whatever your morning destination is. And then you want to factor in how long does it take for you to get to your morning destination, which I'll kind of close. That'll come to closer to my closing time. Like, this is important. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's going to take you at least 2 hours from time you wake up to the time it take you to leave. Don't worry about making you lunch. Don't worry about getting gas and all that, because that's going to come in your success strategy. You know what I mean? Like, and that's going to be preparation. But let me not get ahead of myself, right? So now you've added those minutes up, right? So you know it takes 2 hours. Now we want to create balance in our everyday life. So it's organization, it's structure, and there's balance. A lot of us lack an organization in our lives, so we wonder why we all over the place. Like we live in our lives aimlessly. You know what I'm saying? Like the bullseye is this direction. We shoot here, here, here. Why? Because we have no bullseye. So we need to create organization, and that's where our morning to-dos. Our structure is, creating the like knowing how long it takes for us to do everything, and then next it's balance, creating our time windows. So for an example, if it takes you 15 minutes from the time you wake up in the morning, when you wake up and go to the restroom, just say you go ahead and brush your teeth and wash your face right then and there. That takes 20 minutes. So you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So from the time you wake up, you get out the bed at 4 o'clock, go straight to the restroom, brush your teeth, wash your face, use the restroom, 20 minutes. So that's 4 to 4:20. All right. And then you go to if you want who prays, right? And from there, you like to give God his morning time. So you pray for just say 20 minutes. So matter of fact, let's restructure that. From time you wake up, you pray before you get out the bed. So that's 20 minutes. So 4 o'clock to 4:20, you're praying. And then you go to the restroom, then that 20 minutes. So that's from 4:21 to 4:41, right? And then you go make you breakfast. That's 30 minutes, right? So that's, let's say, 4:22, 4:42 to 30 minutes. That's what, 5:13. You get what I'm saying? That's creating your time windows. So you have your organization, you have your structure, and you also have your balance. Now you know all you need to do, how much time you need to do it in, and then your balance is you flowing with water pretty much. And that looks like the 4:20 to 4:40, 4:40 to 5 o'clock, 5:20 to 5:30. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you begin to conquer your everyday, by knowing all you have to do, how long it takes for you to do everything you need to do, and also your time windows. You have to obey your time windows. You have to obey your time windows. Again, you have to obey your time windows. You being consistent with that. You're developing the discipline you need to conquer your everyday. Make sense? So now we're gonna go ahead and slide to the routines section. The routines. Routine success strategies. I have a number of routine success strategies, but right now I'm just going to give you one, and that's preparation. Preparation is key. Preparation, like it's doing the night before what you have to do today. So you wake up in the morning, you make your lunch, you have to stop and get gas and all that. Like that's killing time. Just say it take you 20 minutes. It take you 20 minutes to make your lunch for the day. Get gas. How long is it going to take you to stop and get gas on the way to your morning destination? That could be like 15, 20 minutes. So that's 35, 40 minutes that you've already lost. Just say you have to get your clothes ready, iron your clothes. Like that's 25, 30 minutes. So you literally lost an hour in your today. Like, we have to understand our day starts the night before. Period. Our day starts the night before. So making your lunch, go ahead and do that the night before. You ain't got to do it tomorrow. You know you have to get gas. Go ahead and get it the day, evening, or the night before. You don't have to get gas in the morning. And then whatever you're gonna wear, like pull your work clothes out, or whatever you're gonna wear tomorrow. Go ahead and pull that out today, so you don't have to lose 10, 15, 20 minutes tomorrow trying to pick out what you, especially my ladies. You don't have to waste time like picking out what you're gonna wear tomorrow because you did it the night before. So when you get out the shower, if you're one who showers in the morning, then you already know what you're gonna wear. All you got to do is just go ahead and slide them joints on. That's why it's called a routine success strategy, which is I'm sorry, routine success key, which is preparation. You doing all the night before what you have to do today, or you doing all today what you have to do tomorrow. And that's how you are going to position yourself to conquer your tomorrow. You do this every single day over and over again. This is how you begin to conquer your everyday. It's simple, but it's preparation. The foundation of it is your routine. We all have a routine, but we don't have a what I like to call success and conquer routine. Got it? What your routine is. Basically what you do every single day, whether it's productive or counterproductive. Your routine is what you do every single day without even thinking. It comes natural because you do it every single day. But the thing is, for a lot of us, we have to disrupt our normal routine because we're wanting much more in life. We want to get much further in life, but we're not doing anything that's contributing to a better future life. So we have to look at our daily routine. Our daily routine keeps us living this normal, just existing, living this normal, mediocre life. Some of you are okay with normal and mediocre. I ain't even mad at you. I do not judge you. Especially us that have small kids, they are watching us. They are hearing us complain about, dang, I'm running late. Dang, I got to do this, I got to do that. Like, they hear this. Don't be one. I used to be one. Do as I say, not as I do. That's a poor excuse for us not holding ourselves accountable for doing much more in life, for not changing in life, not transforming into a better version of ourselves. It's a poor excuse. And they're not picking up very little of what we say, unless of course it's negative, right? They're going to pick up on that naturally. Our sinful nature, our flesh, we pick up on that natural, you know what I'm saying? But when we tell them positive and good things that they can take and it can really help them in life, they hear it. But if that's not followed by actions, that has very little to no effect. So we have to be the example in which what we are trying to teach our kids. That comes with demonstrating to our kids. That way they see how to execute at a high level, not be lazy and complain and watch Netflix all day, and wondering why nothing is happening in our lives. We're struggling financially. We're struggling in all these different areas of our lives, and that's because we're not planning for our future. We're allowing our future to make plans for us. Make sense? Got you. All right. So that's your success and conquer routine. I'm sorry. That's your routine success strategy, and that key is preparation. All right. And also, when creating your balance, like, stop going to sleep 11 and 12 o'clock at night, waking up at 6:30 when you have to be at work at 8. I used to do it. That's counterproductive. That gets you nowhere but what you've always gotten, right? So go to sleep at a decent hour, at least laying down about 9:30. That way, if you don't go to sleep to 10:30, no problem, because you're allowing your body to rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're relaxing. So when you're relaxing. So when you finally go to sleep, you actually get rest. All right. Now, finally, how long does it take you to get to your morning commute? This is critical. Like the goal is to arrive at our morning destination 30 minutes early. That should be the goal. That way, if you leave, you're just say you have to be at work at 9 o'clock, and it take you 30 minutes to get to work, and that's including traffic. Leave at 8 o'clock. That way, if you encounter any detours, any traffic, um, you encounter anything that can create a delay on your morning commute, because you position yourself to make it to work 30 minutes early, it might steal 10 or 15 minutes of your time in your morning commute. Guess what? You still make it to work. You still make it to work 10, 15, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes early. You know what I'm saying? So you not running people over on the way to work because you left um, 35 minutes before you have to be at work, and it take you 30 minutes to get there. You're not cussing people out along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not, you feel me? Because all those are stressors that adds on to our stress in our everyday life, and it also put this weight on our hearts. We put so much on our hearts every single day that we can't fathom, not including what we're eating. And we can talk about that next week with the goals. But that's not including what we're eating and putting it in our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Just our daily stress, our daily to-dos, that's already stressors. And that's because we're not being proactive. We're being reactive. So whatever come our way, we're reacting to it. We're not positioning ourselves to where if we encounter anything, it's cool. I take the hit, but it ain't knocking me off. You know what I mean? Like, it's causing me to create a shift. It's not sweeping me off my feet. Make sense? So so that's how we begin to eliminate that that part of stress that begins at the beginning part of our day. So when we get to work, we because we position ourselves to conquer, we go into work with this conquer like mindset. In his word, it said, in Christ, we're more than conquerors. So that, yes, in him, we're more than conquerors, but we have to walk that out. We have to embrace that, knowing that's what that is, and operate in that. So that comes with planning. That comes with strategies. You know what I'm saying? That comes with preparation. If we're not doing any of those, we're not walking in who we truly are in Christ. Conquerors. And that's what you do. That's what we do. And this is how we conquer our everyday, and that's by creating our conquer routine by but only by submitting to our everyday routine and obeying the time windows that we have, that we've created for ourselves. And that's how we begin to conquer in life. That's how we begin to succeed in life, and that's by first conquering our everyday. And that's what that is. All right. So, Anthony, I appreciate that. Check this out. It's good that you subscribing. If like I'm not on the negativity, for you all who have like a genuine heart and you serious about your life, especially like your faith life. But if you just serious about your life and striving to become better and do better, in spite of all the negativity that goes on around, whether it's here or the people around you, remove yourself from those circles, because what they are doing, they are influencing you in some way or another. Period. So you have to remove yourself from that negative environment because it affects your mindset. It definitely affects your perspective, also your attitude. So you have to remove yourself from certain circles, even if they're not any of those things. But if they're not striving to become better and do better, like right now in this season of your life, you don't need that because you're trying to make things happen for yourself. So you need to be around individuals who's pouring into you positively. If you don't have physical people, if you don't know anyone physical around you that you can put in your circle, then it's virtual influencers that you see who's operating at a high level as husbands or wives, right? As individuals, period. As well as when it comes down to things that you have a passion that you enjoy doing in life, who's doing that in those areas, and just check them out. It's not idolizing them, it's not trying to be like them, it's simply learning from them. It's them challenging you to become better in this area. It's challenging you to become better as a person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need. That's what we all need in every phase or every level, every stage of our lives. Because God is seeking to take us to new heights and using us on certain levels, advancing and excelling us in our lives. The last thing we need is negative people pulling from us, um, um, throwing this rain cloud over us, like draining us, not challenging us positively, pushing us, motivating us, holding us accountable, but encouraging us, man, come on, man, you know better than that. You know you can do better. Look, check this out. Try this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we need, not the negativity. You know what I mean? Because those individuals who not seeking to become better and do better, they're not going to change at least, at this season of their lives. At some point, they might be like, you know what, I need to get off that because it has not done anything for me. It has not served me well. Tearing people down, like just to make me feel better about myself, that's honestly, I'm broken. Honestly, I'm hurting. Honestly, I need help. I'm too prideful to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of times that's not sexy. That's not popular. So we don't embrace that. So we oftentimes we either stay that person or that version of ourselves, or it's a long process before we actually hit that stage. By that time, we lost 2 years, we lost 5 years, we lost 10 years of our lives, and now we're looking back like, what have I done with my life? I've accomplished nothing or very little, because when it comes down to people, anyway. So yeah, like we need to isolate ourselves from those circles because those circles isn't feeding us healthy. They're toxic. So that gets on us. That gets in our spirit, and before we know it, we in these circles and groups talking about the next person. We're judging that next person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just keep that in mind. You feel me? How do I know? Man, I've been there, done that. I'm 41. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 42 this year. I've been there and done that. It's just me. What I'm talking about, I started late because I wasn't exposed to anything better, more fruitful, more healthier for my life. And once I started to be exposed to that, that's when things began to change for me mentally. My perspective, my attitude, you know what I mean? Like decision making. You feel me? So just keep that in mind. And for the individuals who on some negative stuff, whether here or somewhere else, just pray for them. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I've learned, don't mess with God's child. You know what I mean? Whether it's now or later, they will have to give account, as we all, when we die and go before Christ, the judgment seat of Christ, we all have to pay account for what we've done in life, both good and bad, what we've said, both good and bad, how we were there for others or were not good for others. You know what I'm saying? And that's in his word. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have to pay account for it, whether we know what that's going to be or not. It's just praying for them anyway, and allowing God to deal with them in which how he chooses to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But let's not entertain foolishness, because again, it's not doing anything for ourselves. Like, it's just not. Right? So but that's all I have. And just know according to okay, we'll talk about that next week with the goals thing. But just know you have all that it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like, just know you have that. You just know you have all that it takes. And while you creating your routine today, and putting it into practice tomorrow, the day after, remember, it's trial and error. If you slip, cool. See where you slipped at, make the necessary adjustments. Simply. You know what I'm saying? But use this week to kind of like get your routine down, and taking notes and making some adjustments, and then we're gonna run it back again next week. But while you do that, just think about who you want to become, in the future. Think about, like, look into that better. Look at what does that better life look like to you? What is that ideal future life that you would like to, like, finally walk into, live and experience every single day? Write those things down this week, because it's really going to help next week when we talk about goals, because we're going to add to your routine, and I'm going to show you how to do that. That way you're not only conquering your routine, but you're doing things every single day that you must do, that's going to help you achieve your goals. You're doing it every single day, so you will get there. All right. So start there and go make it happen. I love you guys, and I see you guys next week, and go make it happen. It's on you. It's on you. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Peace.